Hi, this is Nancy, and I have the video that I want to give you. This is for Scrapmania, and we are going to color the chickens from the Simon Hurley stamp set. This is an alcohol class, alcohol marker class. I am going to focus on basic Olos today. You could put any alcohol marker in here that you want, but I'm going to work on the Olos. Okay, these are simple colors. You are going to get 6 cards in your pack. All the pieces are going to be cut. I have all the little chickens cut, and I'm just kind of put it on a post-it piece of paper so I can hold on to it as I color it. The only thing that you have here is you have a yellow background with a fence and some I'd say grasses. Okay, this I chose the red. There's a back with some black, and there's a little fence and some grass. This one I have the black polka dot paper, and then we have 2 layers of grass. So again, I've tried to take just a few markers, and these are not going to be long drawn out colors because they're basic, simple designs. This one you have a blue polka dot backing. I've given you a black and a white layer, and then you can choose the chicken, anything you want. So the blue is the only thing, and again, you can substitute if you have your own paper. Okay, this one has the chicken wire, which I believe that's number 6 in my class. Let me check my stuff right quick. Yeah, so this is number 5, and it's got a wood grain, and it's got the chicken, and it's got some grass. And then this one has the chicken wire, and it has the pink and mane, the little round circle that's got these little tabs, and there is some white piece and grass, and then the chicken. So this is the red, so that would be the only thing that would, basically say there's red on this card. So you are also going to get the you're going to get all the sentiments, and then you can cut I've cut your ones that are in the speech bubbles for you, but then you can take and cut, there's a sentiment sheet, and you can cut the sentiments out, the other ones however you would like, okay? So the first one we're going to do is, and your piece of paper will have all that information on there, is that I've chosen a yellow. This is kind of a gray and a red, okay? So I have a Y20 and a Y023. And you can basically, the Y is very yellow, so I figured that was the other one I was choosing. It's just a little color. There's a beak here, and there's just I'm basically giving you just a simple color. Let me go ahead and kind of bring this in. Sounds like my dog is sleeping, and very, very soundly. Okay, she's snoring. Okay, so then we're going to take this yellow one. I typically do pick my lightest color that I think it's going to, work with. That way I'm kind of working all my light colors. Then I chose a gray, and you could choose an off, you could choose a gray, you can choose a beige tone, but I decided to try to pick up just a gray, and this is my CG3. I'm a little close there for it to focus in, but these are all listed for you. Find the place where they're in the camera for you. Okay, and I just colored this, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to color through all of this, and you can see these are simple colors. So I want you to understand that, not everything you do with your markers have to be done you know, with like lots of shading involved. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. And then the next one that I'm going to use is the R06, and I'm just coloring the red on the chicken. So just pick your markers up and use them. I mean, they don't have to be this fancy, you know, everything has to be shaded. They can just, these are simple, quick colors. You could pick a couple of colors and then you could get your cards done. You could color very easily. So, you know, just little pieces. If you cut images, you could do that. So there's the chicken. Okay, so you can choose to put googly eyes on these chickens. You can leave them as they are. You could put a, like a little bit of glossy accents on there and do that. Okay, so now this is chicken, the second chicken right here. And again, we're going to be focusing on, this is the Y023. And we're going to color this part of the chicken because this has the red background. So, you know, we're just going to add a little bit of color. And I based my colors off of just trying to colorize, you know, simply some chickens that would get, these are kind of funky chickens. Okay. So I did that. I was trying to incorporate another color into these. So we have a V23, and that's what I'm just doing this part here. I also, you know, I could make this stripes different colors, but it was beginning to be, I thought, a little bit much for the small images. Plus, I'm going to leave some lids off here because I can do that. The pattern on the back of the chicken was there. Okay, so now I'm back to my R06, and that's what I'm doing, these stripes, and I can go pretty much over the black that was stamped. These have all been stamped and they're on Express It paper. Okay, and then if you really wanted to, you could put a little color behind the eyes, but that's not a necessity. You could put a light gray if you wanted to into a blue tone, but you know, that's not important if you know, just want to leave that. So there's that quick color there. Next one is this little fluffy guy here, okay? And this card is on the black polka dotted background. So really there was nothing that was color here except the gray. So I chose to put in some of these BG colors and a little bit of yellow on his tail. So we're going to color this guy up. I've chosen the BG21 for this section right here. And I'm just coloring that in real good. Okay. Then I have the BG24 is what I actually colored the head. So I'm going to color this little head part up here a little bit darker. And I'm not doing any shading, okay, guys? I'm just not, you know, working with the shading. Now we are going to, I'll put this back on my little piece of paper, it'll be easier for me. We are going to color his beak right here and this part of his tail that was not black. That was with my Y023. Then what I have is the gray, so I decided to use 2 tones of gray. I decided to do the CG3, which is this section here, this section here. And again, I just a little more interest to this particular little bird just because there's not a lot of color. And then the last one is I went up to the CG4 5 and added a little darker tone for this section here. So as you can see, I am just coloring. You could go in and add a whole bunch of accent if you wanted to, but I wanted these to be just really quick cards for you to do. Okay, so there is the chicken, and get them into frame here, and there's that one. So super quick. Okay, so this next one probably has the most pizzazz of all of them, okay? Because I tried to put a bunch of different colors in the tail feathers there. So, and I left the zigzag like white. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in, we're gonna do the basic, the chicken. We're gonna color him with the light CG3. So that's going up, and I'm just touching the top of that paper and come down here and grab it in between these zigzags. And you could color, I mean, you can pick these markers. It's probably a little washed out on my camera. It's pretty bright than what it's coloring out. But I'm just showing you, I am just coloring. Okay. And I believe that's all of the gray on that guy. Okay. So now let's go ahead. We're going to go back and we're going to put the Y023. We're going to do this little beak area there. And this particular tail feather here. Okay. There. Okay. So now it's just a matter of putting in the colors. We are going to go with the light blue here. This is going to be this one here. Gonna squeak off that paper. I think my dog woke up. And then right there. Okay. Then we're going to get the darker marker, which is the BG24. And we're going to put it right here. And again, you could choose anything you want, but I chose to get this chicken some pizzazz on its tail. And then also what I did was I chose to color this little section here. Okay, there. Now what we're going to do is we have our V and our R. So let's do the V, which is the V23. And you can see these are so simple, and you could do anything you want with these colors. And then here is the R. And it's going to go right back in here. And we're going to do these little sections right here. Just underneath there for some accent. Okay? And then the last one that we haven't introduced a color, this is an orange. And we're going to do the 0 to 4 on the Olo. And it is going to go right here. Okay, like that. Okay, so basically that part of the chicken, that chicken is done. We've got it done, and I guess I'm a little telephoted. There you go. So those are the two. Okay, so my dog has woken up right quick. You guys, forgive me. I'm going to let the dog out, and you guys can catch up. That was the first 4 cards that we colorized on those chickens. So now what we're going to do is do the last 2 and color those. We have 2 left. And there's this little funky guy here. What I like is I can leave my Olos over and open it. I don't have to worry about them. So we have these two guys here. There's this guy. He's got, you know, pretty large color. It's not going to be a big deal. But we're going to do the yellow again on him. And this is his top, this part up in here. So you can see I've only got a couple of markers. I'll count them all when I get done. Okay, so I've colored that. That's the yellow. Then we're going to do the 024, which is this. So I just kind of broke these up with the patterns. And again, you could do so much with these and change them out. And you don't have to do exactly what I did by any means on that. Okay, and then get back in here. Let's do we'll do the V23, which I just kind of did these feathers, so I just kind of am pulling back just so I can kind of, and I don't have to worry about going over the black that's been stamped. Okay. So we've got the black accent. Let's do I chose to do like kind of red, what do you want to call them? Beak or lips. Okay, and then the last thing we have is going to be the BG24, which is the darker of the BGs. And I have not provided for you guys, I'm going to give you Olo colors. I'm not giving you any other alcohol marker colors. If you have Copics, I think that this would be a relatively easy thing for you to figure out. If you've got your Copics, you should have those numbers, you know, you should know that pretty much by now. Okay, so there are the two that I've done there, okay? And then the last one I have is this guy here. And it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to stick that on there. We've got a little bit of gray and some yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my the YO23. I made just the beak kind of that color, and then this little section here on the chicken. Okay, then you could use the gray or you can use the light blue up here. It really doesn't make any difference. I'm going to go ahead and use the BG21 just to add a little bit of color. It's a little more, I think I probably did the gray on the sample, and I could come back in here and definitely gray this up if I wanted to. I think I like it a little bit better with some color, but if you want this to be more neutral, you could leave it that way, because you can see that this is, again, trying to get the color balance. This is very, very neutral. Well, I put the blue on there. You know, it's not as neutral, but I could go back in and put some, you know, a neutral gray. But I think I like adding just a little bit of the blue color. Okay, now the rest of it's going to be my R06, which is the red. So I'm going to come up here and just kind of grab that area that is in that corner there, and I'm just kind of walking it down here to grab this again. I can go over that black, but I'm just not trying to super saturate it too much. And, you know, if it looks like you need to go over it, you can go over the whole thing just to color over the black. So it's one solid color, okay? And so now I just have to follow the shape of the chicken. And this would be like an R27, something like that in your Copics. Okay? And there he's colored. And there he matches that. Okay? So I'm going to put some caps back on my markers. And that way they are capped. You can see this is just a super fast color. As I cap all these back, that's what I do. Like I can just kind of leave my caps off and I can color with them. Okay, so here we are. We have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 markers is all it took for this class, okay? So that's the simple 8 markers. So what you basically have to do now is just take these, and let me go ahead and kind of zoom back out again here for you. And you're just going to put your cards together. It's just going to require, if you follow your instructions, you're going to see that it's just going to require some adhesive. I, again, use a lot of foam tape. Actually, if I put them in order, this would make more sense, I guess. Okay, so card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, card number 5, card number 6. It was so simple. And again, if you don't like the colors that I've chosen, you can go and pick up some paper on your own and put it back in there. But I tried to give you some fun things that were a little different. Again, I have some tiny little, that you could put googly eyes if you had some. I don't think I've got googly eyes on these. I've just taken and put, no, there's no googly eyes. They've got a dot of glossy accents, okay? And that what makes it really nice. You can just emphasize that. But again, you can change them out. These are fun. You know, this is just something, you're still a spring chicken. This could be for anybody that maybe isn't feeling well, just an encouragement, a birthday. Yeah, you're one cool chick. This could be, you know, for just a friend. A cluck could be anything, just saying like hello. Hey chick, this would be something for a friend. It's your birthday. That would be fun, and so glad that you're one of my peeps. So friendship, pick you up, type of thing. And again, if you don't like the sentiments that were included in the set, then you can, you know, pick your own. This was the sentiments that were included in the stamp set, so I used those, and you could, you know, just make them all happy birthdays or add anything else in there. So I hope you enjoy the kit and that you have fun just doing some simple cards. I know our lives get super hectic and fun, and you know, things are going on all the time, and so these are easy to do. Again, I did them with 6 markers. So, no, excuse me, I lied. 8 markers. If you just pick up your 8 markers and you were going someplace, you could easily just put these together. So, fast and easy. Hope you enjoy these. Please let us know if there's anything else we can do, and play with these little fun chickens, okay? I will see you on the next go-round. Bye.